A woman picked up an enormous hammer, almost 500 pounds in weight, and struck her husband hard with it. The man had been in a coma for 2 years. Everyone who witnessed the scene was left utterly shocked. The woman was immediately accused of murdering her husband intentionally. People believed she did it out of greed for property. But then, a shocking twist occurred. The very next moment, the man's body began to glow with a golden light, and he stood up, fully healed, as if nothing had ever happened to him. Even the woman herself was stunned. She had no idea what had just happened. The truth was far more unbelievable. Her daughter had secretly entered the man's body, and it was she who performed the miraculous act. But this girl was no ordinary child. She was an immortal goddess, a divine being from another realm. She had originally been ascending to the heavens when a mysterious accident hurled her thousands of years into the future. Lost in this new world, she took shelter in the body of her own descendant, her mother, when she was still a young girl. At that time, the mother and daughter were sitting by the roadside, eating cheap canned food. The daughter was deeply saddened to see her own bloodline living in such poverty. So, she used her divine powers to uncover the truth. Years ago, the woman had been drugged and framed by her own stepsister. In the chaos that followed, she became pregnant with a stranger's child. To protect the family's honor, her father threw her out of the house without asking a single question. Since then, she had struggled to survive with her daughter, selling small items on the roadside just to make ends meet. Despite her hardships, her stepmother and stepsister frequently came to harass her at her street stall. One day, they even tried to force her into marrying an old man in exchange for money. Seeing all this, the little girl, who was in fact the immortal goddess, was furious. In a burst of rage, she hugged her mother and secretly cast a spell. Suddenly, the stepmother and stepsister began dancing uncontrollably in the middle of the road. Bystanders laughed at the absurd scene, not knowing it was divine justice at work.